So, you want to become a permanent makeup artist, and you're like, holy moly, there are so many different techniques to choose from. What do I do? Where do I start? Which one is going to set me up so where I'm not freaking out as much? May still, but what is going to set me up for success? I can tell you, I have trained so many students, and when they ask me this, my answer is always the same. Start with powder brows. Why? Why powder brows? Well, let's break this down. So, right now, you don't have any machine experience. What does that mean? It means that you haven't yet had the experience of working with a tattoo gun, a machine. Let me grab one. Hold on. A permanent makeup machine or a tattoo machine, you guys. So, this is the baby that we do all of our work with. It's a permanent makeup machine, it's a tattoo machine. They're the same thing. And essentially, we are shading ink into the skin. So, you will need how to use this baby, how to use a machine. And besides microblading, which I'll get into my opinion on that later, all of our services are machine based. You will always be using a machine no matter what service you're doing, from inkless stretch mark removal to saline removal, powder brows, nano brows, all the different types of services, you will be using a machine. So, the best permanent makeup, pretty much, in my opinion, we'll get on the other ones, but the best technique to get into is powder brows because you don't have to worry about all those other things like with nano brows. Okay, nano brows are their own little beast because you definitely have to learn how to do patterns. Not only do you have to learn your sweet spot, which is something that I love to train my students on, is where is your sweet spot? Your sweet spot is your own little concoction of your depth, your pressure, how you hold your machine, your movement, you guys. That is all different for each and every one of us. Your hand speed is different. So your sweet spot doesn't come right away. This obviously comes with more practice, more technique. So, if you start with powder brows is a pretty simple way of shading ink into the skin utilizing the machine. You don't have to worry anything about a pattern, about hair strokes, about all those things that come with nano brows. Absolutely make you feel like you're going insane because sometimes you just don't get it. Because not only do you have to learn how to use the machine, but you also have to learn how to do those hair patterns and how to do the strokes. There's pixelated strokes, there is solid strokes. There's so many different things with nano. But with powder brows, it's a little bit simpler. So I would say set yourself up for success. Do not get yourself frustrated by not understanding nano. Nano is an advanced technique. Powder brows, I mean, permanent makeup is pretty freaking hard. I'll just tell you that. I mean, once you get it down, like anything else, it does get easier. But, what we do is pretty hard. It looks easy as pie on on videos and stuff like that, but once you get down to it and you're in front of your client and you're like, boom, chances are when you're first starting out, you're going to get freaking nervous and you're going to be like, why did I choose this? And I'm speaking from experience because I used to freak out and get in my head when I was first starting, and it sucked because I would be like, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tattooing a face right now. And so it just got to the point where I had to talk myself off the ledge. So if you don't want to have to go through some of that stuff, go and learn powder brows. Okay. There also is saline removal, you guys, inkless stretch mark revision. Those also have the machine. You use the machine, but you're not using ink. You're not having to brow map or lip map. But they are actually inkless type of techniques. If you wanted something even easier, but it's not necessarily brows or lips. Now, saline removal and inkless stretch mark revision, or even scar camouflage, which does use ink, Those are a little bit easier because, like you said, you don't have to map the lips, you don't have to map the brows, and it's a little bit easier per se. If you wanted to have something that a little bit more profit, I'm not saying that those aren't. Not saying that saline removal and those aren't high profits. Those aren't as high income as, say, brows or lips are. So if you were curious about where to start, I would definitely go with the powder brows because it will set you up for success and you will get your sweet spot down and you will definitely be able to kind of learn from your mistakes, learn from what's going on with your machine. So powder brows, you guys, it is a little more forgiving for beginners. And what that means is that you can absolutely have a lighter pressure, and if you're really scared of going too dark, you can just lighten up your pressure, get that hand movement going, and you'll have a lighter brow. But when they come back, you can always add, but you can't take away. That's like my golden rule with all my students and all my clients. So it's easy correction. It's not even a correction, it's just adding. Because if somebody came to you and said, oh my God, these are too dark, then that's another problem. But powder brows, and the way that I teach is that it's a lighter application, it's a buildup, it's a layering of that ink so that it gives you more of a natural 3D type of effect. So it is a little more forgiving, you guys. And a healed powder brow is way more predictable than, say, like hair strokes and things like that. Because, your pressure can be super different in every type of the brow. Like when you're doing those hair strokes, it's definitely good for beginners. Just it opens the door for more advanced techniques. You'll be able to do the lips. You'll be able to get a crispy line now, like a good contour in the lips. You'll be able to tackle those nano strokes, which took me a while to actually figure out. Don't beat yourself up if you want to just go right into nano. That's by all means, go for it. And powder brows is actually still a really popular service. It is one of those things that's a very safe brow to do, and you can absolutely make it really soft, which is very popular right now. Gone are the cookie cutter 2019, 2020 brows where everything was very, bold and ombre and Instagram brow. So you absolutely can get some beautiful powder brows, very natural. My clients ask for powder brows all the time. So don't think that it's an outdated service. I think powder brows will always be here because we know how it heals. It's very predictable and it's so much easier to get into. So what matters most is that you're going to be learning how to control the machine. Powder brows is not just for beginners. It absolutely is for everyone. It is very universal. It teaches you what matters most, how to control your machine, how to get your sweet spot, how to read the skin. You're going to have a lot of different people. I have like a salad bowl. I live in sunny LA, so I get people from all nationalities, all skin types, all ages, from 18 years old to 96 years old was my oldest client. And I can tell you, I have seen it all and I've worked on it all. And so it is such a good way for you to absolutely provide a great service, get some beautiful brows on people, make some decent money, and then advance into something else if you feel so called to open your services up to other things. If this has helped you, please, if you guys could subscribe, give me a thumbs up, let me know if there's anything that you want me to talk about. I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm a trainer now, and my goal is to absolutely help anyone who really wants to get into this industry, might be scared to ask questions. There's no judgments here, zero judgments. You can email me, you can text me privately. I will absolutely help you because people make it look really easy. This looks really easy to get into. And I'm not one of those trainers that's going to promise you 6 figures right out of the gate. I'm going to tell you really what it's going to take to get into this industry, because I never had that. I never had anybody hold my hand or help me get through this. I had 0 mentorships, and that is why I created this studio, so that I could help others, get through this, because it's very, very easy to give up. It's very, very easy to compare yourself to somebody else who's on their journey, and you're thinking, I should be there, or look at their work, and your journey isn't there. So I'm hoping to help people stay on track with who they are and what journey they are on, so that one day they absolutely will be over here. They will absolutely be doing all of these things, you know, and I definitely want that for you. So let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for, being here with me and listening to this. I do appreciate that. So until next time, you all take care. Okay.